After looking into the rent supplement program for the past few months, I've learned that hundreds of Nova Scotians have been denied help because of new rules introduced in January. But before we get into that, let's talk about the rent supplement itself. The Canada Nova Scotia Targeted Housing Benefit is meant to help low-income tenants and homeowners with some of their shelter costs. To qualify, you have to be in severe housing need, so you have to fall under income thresholds and meet different criteria. In other words, 30% of your pre-tax income had to be spent on housing. But this spring, people noticed a change on the application form. The housing department had quietly changed the threshold to 50%. Obviously, applicants were shocked by this, and many were worried they wouldn't keep getting support. The housing department did say at the time that they'd keep the old requirements for people who were already accepted before the change. But for new applicants who spent less than half of their income on housing, they're out of luck. I spoke with a rent-evicted tenant named Brian Dauphney back in April. He was worried he wouldn't afford market rent on his pension, but he also wouldn't meet the program's new requirements.
I'll have to take it at that time. I can't, I'm so shocked I can't plan beyond right now. I don't know what I'm going to do.
At the time, Housing Minister John Lohr said the change was made because of budget constraints. The Houston government did add $21 million to the program budget this year, and they're also providing 1,000 more supplements than last year. But the program still can't keep up.
We could see that the demand for the program was exceeding what the budget would offer, so we felt the need to prioritize.
Since we spoke, Brian Dauphney did find out he doesn't qualify for the supplement under the new rules. So I wondered how many others were in the same boat. The housing department sent me numbers, and I found out that 324 people were denied for this reason because of the new 50% threshold. I spoke to some housing support workers, and they said they are seeing more rejections. And this is an issue because it's not just the poorest of the poor who need housing support right now.
It's a much wider population that's struggling with housing security. You know, we're looking at people that have full-time jobs and some working multiple jobs that are housing insecure or are trying to access the shelter system or living in their car. So it's not just people on income assistance, or it's not just seniors on the guaranteed income supplement.
Kinch and other advocates want fixes to this program, though they do see it as just a Band-Aid solution. Many people I've spoken with agree Nova Scotia needs more non-market housing, where rent can be calculated based on individual incomes. If that were the case, they say the rent supplement program wouldn't need to keep up anymore. In fact, they say it might not be needed at all. Nicola Sagan, CBC News, Halifax.